Welcome back everyone to another exciting game, and this one's gonna be a super exciting one. I know I always say that, but like this one is like truly really exciting because we got none other than Keturboy, the current rank number 2 as I'm recording this video, so like super high elo player here going up against our boy Psionic, playing as the Hausa. Psionic loves playing like random sims. That's probably what he's doing right now, just deciding to go with Hausa, which is always exciting. So this is gonna be like a super interesting game. I know Keturboy plays a lot of Japan, so it's gonna be a tough one for sure, and I think it is gonna be like a really cool showcase of how you can really utilize House at like the absolute highest level. So I think we're gonna like focus quite a bit here on Psionic for the most portion of this game. I mean, it's what we're interested in on this channel, at least right now, his House play here right now. So I think in the beginning we probably won't see much difference, but we might see some outlaws. I know Psionic really likes playing his outlaws. Like, there was a game I casted quite a while ago when he was playing, and it was like he was playing the Moroccan age up, you know, into those Moroccan units, and that was just such an interesting game. If you haven't seen that one, you should definitely go watch that video. But it will be interesting to see if he does that again, because I do believe that play is just really terrible. But yeah, somehow he kind of just makes it work, you know. So let's see, anything anti-water. Okay, interesting. So he does have the kings here. So for all you guys who don't know, this is an interesting card actually. So it makes the Emir really good against other heroes. So it adds like a massive multiplier against other heroes. So it essentially becomes like a spy basically. It's kind of an interesting card. I mean, if you get this card, you'll like most definitely deny your opponent's explorer. The question is that worth 3 villagers? Probably not, because it doesn't really make your hero better in any other way, as you can see. I don't know. And it also gains additional attack and hit points from nearby enemy military units. But I mean, at this stage of the game, that won't really matter much, since he won't really have any military. So it's, I mean, I guess that could be useful if you go for a strategy where you go like many emirs and just try to buff them up as so crazy as possible. But yeah, it's kind of a weird choice here of card. So we'll see what the best of that. I mean, otherwise it's quite standard. He doesn't have the account, so no potential for account play here. Does look like a very standard play. So I think we're gonna see like Fulani in Javelin, adding some Grias. Probably a lot of early pressure here. Got the Rune Plus Riders, interesting card actually. So it enables you to train defeat is actually in H2, which kind of interesting. So he's got the food now, and it's gonna be interesting to see what he does with that. So going for the song, so quite an aggressive H up here. I wonder what we're gonna see from this one here, but going for the Torii Gate. So very standard stuff here. I mean, in this meta, Torii Gates can really mean anything. Like, even when you go for a more boomy strategy, Torii Gates is definitely the way to go. And this is so nice with Japan having that fishing boat shipment, because I mean, while they aren't as good, obviously, as having villagers on food and berries, they're not quite as good. I mean, it's so nice because they're like completely safe. Like, if you get pressured or there's raiders here, you'll just have these boats, like constantly gathering fish, and it'll take so much time before they fish out the sea here. But yeah, let's switch over to Psionic again. So it looks like he actually lost an explorer here. So whoops. Kind of a bad move there. Trying to take these 3 stray sheep, so not even a very good treasure. Building university here in base using 3 villagers. We really want to get this up. This is like always a dilemma with Hausa, you know. You kind of want to get this up as soon as possible, get that nice XP up, and just have it start generating influence. It's like quite a lot of influence actually. It's like 2 extra villas basically at this point, but at the same time, like adding 3 villagers is kind of like reaching point turns, you know. So finally aging up, this is gonna go for the palace. So so far quite a standard build. I think we're gonna see just a lot of aggression. Like I said before, he really likes his outlaw build, but I think he knows himself as well that it isn't a very strong build. This build is much better, and right now he's like actually really high elo. I mean, psionic is I think 2.2k elo at this point, which is actually number 10, but that also includes some smurfs on the top ladder, so it's actually like a really high elo right now. So maybe he's been tryharding a little bit more than he usually is. He usually plays it quite chill, but I don't know, let's see. Trying to get a full batch from Raiders. I mean, he should be able to get a full batch, so looks, I don't know, was he popped? No, I guess he didn't have the food. So quite a bit of a mistake there. You can definitely get that 5 batch fairly easily. Got the Palace of Mina builder, of course, coming out. Walking kind of an awkward path here, but that's gonna allow him also to get the Raider dispatch here. So he's gonna have 5 more, and he's training Fulani behind this, sending the wood. I like this build actually. Like, one of the biggest mistakes people tend to make when they're starting to play House is like they don't add Fulani early enough, and if your opponent goes for like an FF or something, maybe they get goons out, they will just completely shut you down if you go for like full Raider. So it's always really nice to add Fulani. Like this type of basically like Huss Skirm composition is just so awesome. I mean, having access to this already in this age is so nice. Oh, getting the snare there and might get a swing with the samurai, but doesn't. So looks like he did have some Ashigaris there. I think we're gonna switch to the all-seeing perspective and do see a full batch of Ashigaris. I mean, this is like such a Japan thing, you know, like why is it with Japan that they always love to use this stand ground? Like they walk around with like so much speed and they just all snipe at the same time. It's like super annoying. We did get a batch of 5 Fulani there, so quite nice. With those 5 Fulani, he will be able to do a lot of damage with that nice 17 range compared to the 12 of the Ashes. So very nice here. Could even go for the snare with Raiders if he wants to, but I think he might just want to keep them back. I think next shipment would be really nice, just go for the Fulanis. But he is house though, so maybe he'll trade him forward. Okay, looks like he just finished a house here. So it's gonna be interesting to see what, yeah, he goes for the Fulani. So with that shipment in, he's gonna have a lot of Fulanis. Getting a swing off there with the samurai. So revealing his Fulani archers right now. I mean, that's not gonna stop his opponent Keturboy here. Like, look at these guys, like so much speed and everything. 4.5 speed. I mean, can these run Fulani? Yeah, they can actually. So that's interesting. You can't actually really kite Ashigaris, I guess, because they will just catch up to you eventually anyways. And actually like 24 attack compared to 9, but basically times 2 and 18 with that one. Okay, yeah, so the Fulani definitely output more damage, but they're also a lot more squishy. Like, they don't really beat the Ashes as well as you would like to, I think. I don't think he has enough Ashes or enough Fulani to actually win this. Now there's Cav here. This is looking like a really scary mass here. I don't know how it's gonna survive this. I mean, this is gonna be difficult one for sure. We do see the connect already right there and getting some shots off with the Ashes, and the Ashes just do what they do best. They just walk forward, and he's gonna lose so many Raiders now. Like, the Raiders can't really deal with this. Like, he wants to trade Cav with Cav, but he can't because the Musk are so close for, and that's a huge wipe actually for Keturboy already. I mean, this is actually such a nice composition against this, because the Naginata riders, of course, like the Raiders, have multipliers against infantry with a negative multiplier against heavy infantry, so they are essentially like anti-light infantry units, countering the Fulani perfectly, and meanwhile just keeping the Ashigaris in range with the snare, so the Raiders can't really do anything. Just a really nice play there. I mean, already we do see Keturboy up in score, but there's a pretty huge mass of stuff. Like, where did all of this stuff coming from? Sending 5 Raiders as well, so looks like he was just training behind this, and somehow he lost like this whole fight, but like managed to like just get shit out of his ass somehow and just keep on messing. Like, he is nowhere aging. Now the scary thing here is that, yeah, Japan is definitely aging. I think Keturboy definitely wants to play this safe. I think ideally his army should be here in the back. He's feeling really confident, maybe a little bit overconfident here, now that Psionic is pushing in again. And I think this is gonna be a great trade for Psionic if he decides to go for the bait. But no, he does see the Fulani and he decides back out. I think he can probably one-shot the Ashes now. Yeah, very nice. So getting a kill every 1.5 seconds. Really nice. Killing a villager there as well. Killing a Naginata Rider. Now, yeah, like Keter can't really take this fight. Descending the Minuteman. That's a nice Minuteman pop. But meanwhile, we do see Psionic can just keep on kiting here. And the strategy that Keter used before, when he was just walking up, doesn't work anymore because there's just way more mass from Psionic, and somehow it's gonna take us such a good fight. There's so many villagers here getting stuck in the corner, and I mean, he might lose so many of these villagers if he's not careful. We do see the Daimyo coming up as well. The age up is coming in any second, and once that hits, I think he's gonna get some units out. I'm not sure what is it, maybe Yumi archers. I think we do see Yumi archers coming out here, which is really nice. It's exactly the right unit he wants to be making in this position, I feel like. But they aren't great when they're H2 stats without carbs. I do feel like the Fulani are just a better unit off the bat. Daimyo connecting, H-up coming in there with Yumi. But we do see there's still javelins here alive, and they're trying to kill this his Daimyo here. And I mean, the Fulanis are just getting so much value. They're still in big enough mass to where they like one-shot most stuff. Killing a villager there, another villager there. I mean, there's gonna be so many dead villagers. Couldn't even go for the snare here. Yeah, and he goes for the snare. It's like, let's really go into melee. But yeah, so many villagers dead. That was such a good trade here for Psionic. More cav coming out, which is nice, but there's not too much anti-cav here, so he might be able to do some damage here. Maybe Psionic overstayed his welcome. You do want to put the javelins in melee, I feel like. And big batch of those, what is called, the Yabushami Sami clubmen. Yamabushi is what they called it. Yeah, and getting a really nice snare there. So overall, getting a good trade back. More javelins coming in. So the question is it gonna be enough? And meanwhile, Psionic is just adding more eco here with the fishing boat behind this, and sent a lot of the good shipments here. Has a lot of influence. Could go for the Runefast Riders, the next card, if he wants to. I mean, kind of an even Stevens trade here, it looks like now. But, I mean, after that big fight, we do see 31 villagers for House Air in Psionic, and only 24 for Japan. And yes, Japan has some houses here, some shrines getting values, but I mean, it's really not that much. So I think Psionic is definitely ahead here, especially considering the fact that he has the university as well, he has the cattle, and yeah, just getting more value. So very nicely played there by Psionic. I do feel like though he needs to age at some point, because otherwise, once we do see the upgrades here coming in for Keturboy, he will just outscale with the amount of damage his unit can do. Already we see 26 attack Yumis disciplined compared to this Fulani with only 9, so basically 18. So I mean, these Yumis are just way stronger right now. Although they do have very similar health. And obviously the Fulani has better fire animation, but yeah, the Yumis are just way better in this position. So I definitely think he has made a window here as where he could age. He has a lot of coins stacked actually. Even has 300 coin value here, so I think ideally in this position he could just put like literally everyone on food. He almost has everyone on food, but not quite. Just keep producing fishing boats. I really like this. Just keeping up with the economy. I mean, that's one of the hardest things with Japan. Like, they somehow it just feels like they're like just standing in their base like this is like their whole base, but they just like constantly out boom you anyway somehow. And now there's a healthy amount of Yumis, and these guys will one-shot the raiders, I think. Okay, maybe not actually. But yeah, they're just like DPS powerhouses, these guys. And they can get like insane amount of damage once you get all the nice cards. Going for cavalry damage. I mean, I'm not a fan of this card. I mean, it's literally only 15% damage for only Lefidis and Raiders. Like, it doesn't even affect other cav units. So, yeah, I mean, I mean, honestly, in this position, surely you just go room fast riders. You have the influence, but maybe he wants to wait for the raider dispatch. I don't know. Does have 2 battle canoes. That's actually a pretty good shipment right now, because if he sends that over here, kills those 3 boats, and then puts his party boats onto the fish, I mean, it's basically like a 5 villager deficit. That's a pretty good shipment, to be honest. And on top of that, he gets like mobile barracks at the shoreline. But now we do see Yabusame coming out. I mean, Yabusame is kind of an interesting choice here. I mean, he wants Goon together with Yumi, but I feel like these guys, you're paying so much extra to have that nice artillery damage, which really won't help anything against H2 Hausa. I feel like it's a little bit of a mistake. I feel like surely just going Musk together with Yumi here would be better. But maybe he's scared of Falconets coming later in the game. I don't know. Quite interesting choice there. Double Raider production, Raider dispatch. So Psionic really does not want to H. He's sending his griots forward now. They are on the Royal Kakaki trumpet now. And he's gonna make just a dive everything in, I think. Maybe banking on the fact that keturboy might be thinking that he's aging. And the cab mass does look quite scary, although these are like basically like paper units, you know. Only 188 points. It's not a lot for a cab unit. But there's a lot of reinforcements coming here. And I think he needs to just smash everything, and that's like his only hope. And so much XP to Japan with that Torii Gates, like 17 XP for just killing like 1 Fulani. And now Psionic is smashing him with everything. And remember, these raiders do have multiplier against light infantry, so they will do a lot of damage if they manage to connect here. There's like not that much to body block with from keturboy, although the raiders just die so damn quickly with these Yabusamis in the back, and also the Yumi is just dealing so much damage. I mean, with 26 attack, I mean, you're killing raiders pretty quickly anyway, even if it's not meant as a counter. Splitting up his units here in the corner, I think this feels like a mistake. Going back for another attack, but yeah, these Yabusame is just doing such a good job just hiding the raiders. I mean, honestly, very nicely played here by keturboy. This fight is looking good for keturboy, but there's more reinforcements now. Those are gonna be able to soak a lot of damage and do a lot of damage. So the Yumi mass is actually dwindling right now, but I think he needs to kill the Yabusame, because the Yabusame are really the expensive units. Like, if he let those live, then it's easy for Japan to just remake the Yumi. I mean, these guys are so expensive, like 150 coin for 1 Goon. That's crazy. So taking this quite bad fight and then deciding to H behind, not perfect there, but he does have insane eco going up for 2 Fulani, which is interesting. 52 villagers versus only 33. With the golden pavilion as well there, just boosting the damage here. 26 attack, as I said. Interesting. And now it is looking good for keturboy once again. There's a big mass here, and this is really the scary part. Like, once the Yumi start to build like a big enough mass, then it gets really scary. And this composition is quite nice, because like normally you would beat archers with cannons, but like these Yabusame, they really work as culverins because they have insane range paired with a 7 times multiplier against artillery, which is kind of crazy. So insane. And the question is, what can Psionic do here? He ages up. There's the ghost coming in for the Fulani age up, so not gonna have too much. And there's a lot of forward villager here. He needs to move them back, losing 1 vil, 2 vil. Yeah, 3 vil. Yeah, the Yumi's just dealing so much damage. He is upgrading the Fulani, sending Furio tactics, researching elite range warriors. I mean, he will definitely need this, because he only has 17 range compared to the Yumi's 20. So he does not want to be in a position where he has less range than his opponent. But thankfully, keturboy is a little bit scared to move into the base. I think he could have done more damage here, like diving and try to kill villagers. And that means he's giving Psionic time to upgrade his units, which is kind of weird. Big 8 javelin shipment coming in, double batch of javelin as well. I mean, he's scared of hand cab coming in. Trying this a really nice pro move, you know, just keeping your army positioned here so you can cut off any reinforcement. But there weren't really any reinforcement right there, but still very nice play there. Now you can see he actually has 20 range, so 20 range versus 20, but 30 attack versus 11, so basically 11 times 2, that's 22. So as you can see, the Yumi just completely outscaled the Fulani in this stage of the game. The Fulani are really good early H2, but here in H3 it's a whole other story. It's just really hard to keep up with damage output with the Fulanis. Like, sure, he has more upgrades to go. We can go for this 15% damage and hit points. There's also the team ranged infantry card for 15% more damage again. But even with both those cards, it's quite hard. I don't think that makes them as good as the Yumi. The 30 damage on the Yumi is just insane. And he does seem to have fewer units now as well. Yeah, I don't think he can take this trade. He's kiting a little bit. Deciding to stand here and fight for a bit. It's actually looking okay, I guess. But I think he's gonna lose this. And diving in with the raiders, quite nice. Like, the Yabusami were not really on the ball there. So he did get a few nice swings there. And these Yamabushi is coming in as well. Just keep on trading here. And yeah, I think this is looking good for Japan though. Like, trading like this is good. I mean, you can stall for a while, but it's not gonna work long term. You do see a big batch of Fulanis coming in there and diving in with everything. He's soaking a lot of damage with javelins, and I think he can afford to lose javelins in this position because there's not a lot of cab, but he really needs to make it worthwhile, and somehow he's managing to get an advantage by sacrificing some of his other units there. And this is the nice thing about the Fulani, they have this really nice fire animation. So while the Yumi has to kind of like stand back, you know, and until they get the fire in, these guys can just fire immediately. We do see the huge battleship in here from the Japanese fleet. Quite nice, actually, denying all of this water play. The war canoe is going up against it right here. Meanwhile, they're fighting here on land. It's just such an intense game. 9 Fulanis coming in, double batching Fulanis on top of this. So lots of great military shipments here in this age. Lots of reinforcements coming in. Yeah, but there's no way he's gonna be able to defend this. Japan is just taking water for himself. They're building a dam. So very nice with the what is called the filter or something like that. I don't remember exactly what that boat is called, but meanwhile we do see a dock here on the other side from Psionic. But yeah, I don't like this, like investing quite a few boats here and then not defending it at all. It would have been nice with like a fortress or a guard tower or something here by the coast. Does have the Sebek deck. It's a pretty good shipment, I guess. But yeah, he doesn't have the shipment right now and he needs to really commit here on land, not to lose this edge here. Using a lot of javelins here. Yeah, you just look this like Japan in naturally. You look away for like 1 second and the units just snipe like maybe like 6 javelins out of nowhere. It's pretty crazy. Training a party boat here on the right side like that. Sniping a few bills here. Catching some reinforcements. This is nice. I mean, this is good positioning from Psionic here. The Yabusami are really not doing much in this fight. Meanwhile, the javelins are finding value here. See, I really like the javelin riders, like as an anti-cav unit, just seems way better. 12 attack versus 13, but these are like not even half price. They're even cheaper. They're so cheap. And yes, they have a turbo fire animation and poor range. But in terms of just damage output, they're actually really cost efficient, so you can actually afford to trade with them. Which is like the difference between Yabusami, I think, in this setup. And somehow, Psionic is just like shitting out these Fulani archers, and somehow he has more archers now than Japan. Like, I don't know what keturboy has been up to for like the last 2 minutes. It seems his mass just hasn't grown, and now he's losing a lot of villagers, and he's on farms, guys. So Japan going in off farms there and getting a nice shipment of Naginata riders, but they spawn like right on top of the Javelin riders. I don't think they're gonna get much value here. I think the Javelin rider is gonna be able to kill them all before it comes in, but there we see some boyars coming in, but there's more anti-cav coming in as well. So I mean, overall, such a nice fight here for Psionic, and I think this might actually be the GG, guys, because it's looking so good. The Fulani is just melting everything. There's villagers being killed here. The boyars just completely getting killed and losing a lot of Yabusami as well. Such a high value unit, and just shows you like the power of yes in House's units. And I think especially this really showcased like going the same composition here. While the Yumis from Japan are really scary, the Javelin riders are really kicker for Hausa here, like being able to actually contribute way more in the fight than the Yabusami does, since there's obviously no artillery in this fight. Yeah, and this is just looking so good for Psionic. Now he's just trading Fulanis versus Yabusami. This is like so good value-wise. I mean, he's killing super expensive units and super cheap unit, so losing the water but still making such good fight here on land that he really makes up for it. And it's down to 34 villagers, so we definitely lost a lot of villagers, and actually we do have 39 for Keturboy. So believe it or not, Keturboy is actually up in villagers now, mostly because he lost just so many boats there. Trying to go for a cheeky raid there, not getting too much out of it. 9 villagers in the TC here, so looks like it's kind of dumbed down a little bit. I mean, the thing is, Psionic doesn't really have any like siege capacity in his army, so it's quite difficult to do lasting damage. But if you can keep on just finding villagers like this, then it's gonna be looking really great. And there's so many villagers here, but could be a potential for another swarm here from Keturboy. He does have a few Naginatas, but I think it's just not enough. Javelins are focusing down the Naginatas, and yeah, the positioning here is really nice for Psionic once again. Yeah, and all of the Naginatas going down, that's the last one. And losing a lot of villagers here, it seems, from Keturboy. Meanwhile, we do see even more Javelins coming in. Just help so. And I think when you're at this stage with how someone just trading and going like the Fulani Javelin, just like spam building Javelins all the time and just using them as kind of like a little bit of a meat shield. So it's such a good play because, I mean, for basically 115 rest, you're getting a unit with like 200 hit points, super mobile, and a 24 damage output. Just really good for the price, I would say. Killing a few more villagers there. Should be fishing with this party boat or making units. I mean, this is such an underrated boat. Like, if he just puts this at the shore here, he can just start training stuff here. But he's in a spot of bother now because the food is running out. Like, there's literally no hunts on this half of the map. So now Psionic also needs to resort to farm, and it's 0.55 food a second, which is just horrendously bad. Although I guess the Keturboy's farms aren't much better at 0.65 and 0.03 export, but yeah, I mean, it just takes a while. And we do see some Lufidis coming in now. This looks like the 5 Lufidi shipment, yeah. And this is gonna be a really nice timing. There really isn't that much anti-cav right now. And these guys are so tanky. 430 points, so it's gonna take quite a while for the Yabusami to kill them. Slowly willing away at these Yabusamis, and now we do see even more cav coming in here in the form of raiders. And I like Psionic's player. I think I really agree with this like decision of sending Lefidis but making raiders. It does feel like if you're actually like paying full price, the raiders just seem better value, but the Lefidi cards are very good. And GG's to Psionic. I mean, what a game, like such a back and forth, and like it was yeah, it was like really interesting because we did see like psionic going in really early and like basically losing everything, and I thought for a second they're like, oh surely like this game is basically over now, but then like just getting a huge mass behind that, not giving up. And psionic is kind of known a little bit for like not giving up. He tends to really fight till it's really over, and I think it really paid off in this game. And then as he was aging, it was kind of awkward when keturboy was pushing in. It was looking quite grim there, but he did manage to like keep his villagers, get his upgrades in, and somehow like just getting more Fulani out of there. Oh, very nicely getting a full bunch of Magadites there behind as well. Could have gone for the Greek Revolution there. Yeah, I wonder if both of them had it. Okay, so it looks like psionic had it with a full 10 mask. That would have been pretty insane. And yeah, I mean, yeah, that was such an interesting game. I mean, jeez. Wonder what's that we got here. 11 attack. Did he send the no, he didn't send the combat card. I think he should have probably sent this card. Still having lots of great options here in H3. Yeah, what a game. Let's look at the villager graph real quick. I think this is kind of interesting. So yeah, psionic getting a lot of vills here. This is like the reason that he managed to gain as much time as he did. Like being able to kill 9 villagers here. I guess 10 even because one's built there. So killing 10 villagers here by like the 11-minute mark. And actually losing more villager than his opponent here, but like it just didn't matter because he just had the military at that position. So if you look at the military population, you see, I think quite a bad fight, although it probably wasn't as bad as it might look, but then taking a really good fight here, keeping his opponent down at only 5 military. Once again here, bad trade when he was aging, but somehow, like, I don't understand this graph, like how he can mass so much more than keturboy in this position. Like, it's absolutely crazy, but I guess he is out booming, so I guess this is the reason for it. Actually quite heavily out booming. That's interesting. What a game, and I hope you guys enjoy that one. What a masterclass in how to play Hausa, and GG's, and I'll see you guys in the next one.